Hi Leo, this is going to be a general love reading for the month of September 2020 for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. This reading is going to be general, so it's not going to resonate for all of you. So you might want to watch one of your other signs. And regardless of whether you are watching for yourself or cross-watching for someone else who has Leo in their chart, the roles can be reversed. All right, so let's see. What is going on with Leo in September 2020? And I am also planning on doing September mid-month readings, so you can be on the lookout for those as well. Let's see. Is that it? Just mirroring? Okay. So we have mirroring. And that is it. Let's see what is going on here. So obviously, you might be picking up on some energy from your counterpart here, or the person that you're thinking of. Like if you're feeling some energy that just seems to appear out of the blue with no explanation, that could definitely be it. Or maybe you are learning similar lessons, or just going about your lives in a parallel type of a way. So let's see. So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I'm picking up some, either some anxiety here or just a lot of maybe inconsistent behavior. Just from the way the cards are shuffling. Let me just do one more. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. So in the current situation, we have the Two of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Let's see, let's get three more. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. Alright, so there is a lot of swords here. Definitely some anxiety, I feel, is in the air between the two of you right now, or even for each of you individually. Somebody here is thinking about a possible option that they need to take, or a possible pathway. So trying to choose possibly between two different paths here and kind of waiting before they're making that decision. But it feels like there is clarity. There's clarity over what somebody needs to do with the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords being here. But someone's like standing right there, just kind of looking at the clarity. That's what I'm getting here. I do see a shift though, as well. But I feel like whoever this is, they're really holding on to a lot of anxiety here, almost feeling like there's no way out, all right, with the Eight of Swords after that. It's kind of like whoever this is, whether it's you or your person, somebody here feels like they know what's true, they know what the right decision is, but they're still feeling trapped. So let's see what's coming up in the near future. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Well, we're going to clarify and see what this is, but I'm definitely seeing love here, okay, with the Ace of Cups. That is for sure. And you will very oftentimes have this mirroring in twin flame or divine soulmate connections. And just as I say that, I cut the cards at the Four of Wands, which is telling me that this is a very strong connection here. But let's clarify and see what is going on here. Alright, so let's clarify the Two of Wands, which is starting off the reading here. Let's see. The Page of Cups. The Page of Swords again. And the Eight of Swords again. Wow, okay. Are you guys seeing the pattern here already? And we've barely begun. All right, so somebody is really thinking about following their heart here, okay, with the Page of Cups. However, I feel like they're kind of stuck. Like this is what is keeping them trapped, right? Because the Two of Wands is all about that decision that they are waiting on, or just the crossroads that they're at right now, okay? They are trapped between the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. They are trapped between following their heart or following their mind, okay? So it's heart versus mind. What their logic is telling them and what they think is rational is not the same as what their heart is telling them. And this is something that is keeping them trapped here. And I do feel like it's the other person, but like I said, the roles can be reversed. But whoever this is, I mean, they're feeling really trapped. They're feeling like there's no way out here. Let's clarify the Page of Swords, which would be the rational part, right? Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Let's get one more. I'm telling you guys, there's some strange energy going on here because the cards are acting up. So I didn't get our card because half the deck fell out. So let me just get the last card here. There we go. The Eight of Cups. So whoever this is, this person's mind, the way that they're rationalizing this is telling them that it's telling them that, you know, it might be, there's something wrong with moving towards this connection. I'm getting that they have a sense of escapism because of that. So their rational mind is just telling them, you know, it's a little bit chaotic. And so they have an escape tendency. Let me just escape it. You know, if I just escape having to make this decision, things will be better. And it feels like that is them trying to rationalize this out. It's kind of like, you know, they're, like I said before, inconsistent with this Knight of Wands. Like oftentimes having an impulse that they can't control. But then it's like they go back to trying to rationalize. And I am seeing this Eight of Cups as them actually just escaping, trying to move away from their emotions. So I feel like, you know how I said in the beginning that it's like a war between their heart and their minds, but the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords, the reason why we have the Page of Swords here though as a main energy is because it feels like their mind is winning against their heart at the moment. And that's why they're leaving, right, their emotions behind, trying to detach here. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords. The Devil. The Devil, the King of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So yeah, this person's rationalizing is what is toxic. There's a fear surrounding having to make this decision. I feel there's actually a fear when they see the situation more clearly. It scares them. Possibly the connection scares them. And it really is something that I feel they are in the process of healing here with the Four of Swords. But this decision is really scaring them a lot. Now, this could even be, whatever this decision is, it could be having to break off of something. It could be having to heal something for some of them. And it could be that they're avoiding it because they just have, they have a fear of healing is what's coming through. Because healing would require courage. Healing would require making a very strong decision, which would require courage, and it would also require change, right? But I'm picking up strongly that this person does have a fear of healing their issues. And again, this could even be you. This could be you having an attachment to this person and having to make that decision to heal yourself from this connection. And then for others, it could be your person. If they, it could even be a third party situation. It could be an addiction. It could be a fear of commitment. Okay, whatever it is that they need to heal. But I feel that they are very much aware of what it is that they need to heal here. Yeah. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune, because I am seeing a shift though. There is some kind of a shift going on here between the two of you, or for one of you. Let's see. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so this might actually be you. Get just a couple more. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so you're shifting in some way when it comes to either this particular person, or maybe you are, for some of you, it's that you are becoming more open to having another possibility, another option, another potential here, okay, for another relationship. It doesn't mean that you have actually found it or that it has actually come through. The way I'm seeing this is that you are just making this shift where you're opening yourself up to that possibility of possibly having a new Knight of Cups come in. For others, I feel like you're just taking a shift towards following your truth and trying to do what you think is best for you. And some of you might actually, some of you might have moved away from this person, and now you're feeling like you would want to actually make it work out with them, and you would actually want them to come back in, or you might be considering going after them. Yeah, see, because we have the Lovers and the Star. So yeah, I'm mostly, for the most part, I'm getting that for most of you, you tried to move away from this connection. You tried to detach, but it's like you're shifting now, seeing it in a more loving type of a way. So if maybe there was anger in the past, maybe there was some resentment in the past, I feel like now you're kind of like, no, you know what? Like, I do want this relationship to work out. I do want this person to heal. I do want there to be hope for the two of us to unite in a way that's going to be healthy and in a way that's going to be different than it was before. And the reason why I feel like this is a shift is because I feel like at some point you were not in that energy. Or maybe you were just accepting this person, you know, being toxic, or you were accepting this person being in some sort of an energy that wasn't good for you. And so you had decided to just, you know, be done with it. And yeah, now you want that back. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. Ten of Wands. Strength. And the Eight of Pentacles. So again, I'm seeing this as being you here with Strength coming out. It's like, yeah, you know, but you know that this is going to take a lot of work, I feel, possibly from both of your ends. You know that it's not going to be easy. You know that action is going to need to happen from both sides in some way. I feel like you know that there's something you might have to do in order for this to somehow come through, whether that be, you know, standing your ground and, you know, moving away, whether it be healing something in yourself so that you can also be more in alignment with this person once they are healed. It could be anything, but there's something that I feel you're working towards, or maybe there's something in your life that you need to organize or have completed, or something, or maybe there's something that you need to release, all right? Some kind of a burden that you need to release before this can actually work out. You may or may not be aware of that. Let's clarify this Eight of Swords here. I'm not liking this Eight of Swords. All right, let's see. The Nine of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Wands again. So this is the stress that I was talking about. I mean, again, we have the Nine of Swords clarifying the Eight of Swords. That's a lot of stress here, a lot of waiting before doing something because there's just too much thinking involved. All right, when you have these two together, it's overthinking of the possible alternatives here or which way to go. And that is keeping somebody trapped here. It's like the same message again coming through. Because look at this, we have the Two of Wands, right, together with the Eight of Swords, and then we had the Two of Wands here together with the Eight of Swords again. This is the second time that we're having that combo. So it's very, very clear. A lot of stress involved, and I do feel that it's for the person who is trying to make that decision. Again, it could even be both of you, but for different things. But I'm mostly getting it on your person's side, for sure, right? Having to choose between the heart and the rational mind. And for others, I mean, even with the way this Nine of Cups is coming through, for some of them it's going to be, yeah, going after their wish fulfillment. There's something that really scares them about that and stresses them, almost as if they have a fear of having their wish fulfilled, okay, for some reason. And then for others, this could be an addiction that I was talking about before with the Devil, all right, with the Nine of Cups. Overindulging in something here, which is keeping them stuck and just stressing them out, the fact that they know that they have to do something about it, but they're just sitting there looking at their alternatives, not choosing one. They do know what they need to do. They know, okay? I'm getting that very strongly. But there's some mirroring here, so this is the other reason why I'm saying that you could be going through something similar. So if you feel like this is your person and that this is resonating for you in terms of your person, try to see what it is that you are mirroring, okay, about this. It might not be in the same way. It might be something, you know, that's gonna seem like it's to a much lesser degree, possibly, but it's still mirroring, okay? So for example, if your person is struggling, let's just say with an addiction or with a third party situation, and they're kind of stuck, right, not making a decision, maybe you are in that same position when it comes to your work, for example, okay? Or something that you want to do. Let's see though, I mean, I feel like we didn't really get much about whether your person is coming out of this or whether you're coming out of this, so let's see what the near future is gonna say. So clarifying the Three of Pentacles. Let's see, Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Fool. Okay, so I'm getting at least two different messages here. So if there's a third party involved, okay, this is your person really considering, I mean, we do have the Two of Swords, which does talk about not taking action, and again, being in that stuck energy, kind of like trying to decide between two different things. However, the other two cards are both talking about taking a risk and of being single and of being independent. So I do see more leaning on that side. I don't see them really being stuck here. I mean, they are stuck, but at least they have more of a push in one direction, which is the direction of taking that leap of faith towards being independent, okay, of the third party situation or of, you know, whoever they are stuck with. That's the one message I'm getting here for one group. For others, this is, give me a sec for the second group. This is somebody wanting to put in that work, possibly getting help, getting outside help, or even wanting to collaborate with you when it comes to becoming independent of something and taking that leap of faith, you know, if it's an addiction or if it's whatever else it is. There is a little bit of stagnation though, so you're not going to actually see action. Okay, the Two of Swords is clearly in action. It's not taking action here. But I do see some kind of an effort being put in towards being independent of whatever that devil's energy is. Okay? To me, the Nine of Pentacles is also, you know, coming out of feeling trapped, because you're feeling abundant. You're feeling like there are solutions. You're feeling like there are things that you can do, and you're feeling good about yourself. So that's not that Eight of Swords trapped feeling at all, and it's actually wanting to take an action forward. All right? I really feel like whatever this is, whatever this energy is here that we were just talking about, whether it's them putting in that effort or leaning towards taking that leap here, taking a risk with the Fool, it's moving them towards love, okay? This is love winning over the rational mind, okay? So I love that we got the Ace of Cups here. Let's see, the Six of Wands, yeah. That's the heart having victory. The Knight of Swords and the World. Okay, so definitely learning lessons, definitely moving quickly towards closing out a cycle here and having victory over that, all right? And this love here is also about self-love, because for this person, whoever it is, right, there was a lack of self-love, which was also keeping them stuck. If you don't have self-love, of course you're going to be in this Devil's energy. Of course you're going to be in this Eight of Swords energy, right? Keeping you trapped, not knowing which way to go. When the heart wins, you're going to choose the Page of Cups over the Page of Swords. And you're going to move in that direction. So I do see the effort moving them in that direction, but we also have this damn Seven of Swords here. So let's actually see what that is about, because there is a but. The Ace of Swords and the Tower. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't need any more. Alright, so the but here is that, yeah, they're putting in this effort. They're taking this leap, possibly you as well, okay? So just take it as it makes sense. That effort here, even if it is a little bit delayed in a sense, even if it is still kind of like, I am doing it, but I'm not. I'm kind of doing it. Yeah, let me take a step forward. No, let me go back. It's that kind of an energy. It is ultimately moving them towards this love and towards closing out a cycle. But a Tower is going to come with it. That's what I'm getting here. A Tower is going to come with it, but it's going to be a Tower of truth. They're going to feel like escaping it. That's why we have the Seven of Swords. But it's going to be, I feel, very, very eye-opening. Very eye-opening for them. I feel like this is kind of like, it's going to be the breaking point. It's kind of, I feel like it's like a cliffhanger here, with the Tower being like the last card, because I feel like this is going to, you know, ultimately either push them to complete this love here, right, to moving towards love and having victory over that and having their heart win, and then taking action towards completing that cycle and changing, you know, flipping the page and moving on to the next chapter. Or, unfortunately, for some of them, it might just keep them back where they were. They might just go and hide back in their little shell of the Eight of Swords. You know, that's just how this goes. Either way, though, it doesn't mean that they're starting back from square one when they go back to that. And they're gonna, what I'm getting here is that they're gonna start, yeah, it's gonna take them a step back if they don't get through this Tower, but they're gonna have a different perspective this time around. Like, the whole point of this is it's like, it's going to be a test, okay? Ace of Swords in the Tower. This is going to be a test. and they're either moving through it. If they go back, they'll still have learned something. And this time around, it's going to be easier for them to actually pass the test because it's going to be eye-opening, as I said. They're going to be seeing things from a different perspective. They're going to know what happened. They're going to know that they didn't complete or achieve what they had wanted, but they'll have seen it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have tasted that Ace of Cups, because they are going to get very close to it. They're going to taste it. And then they're either going to go for it or take a step back. Having tasted it, though, that's the difference here. So it just means that they're going to be like one level up when they repeat this cycle. Yeah. And I know it kind of sucks that there's no clear answer here for each situation, which way, you know, it looks like it's going to go. But that's just how general readings especially are. And sometimes, you know, it's really up to free will here. It's still positive, okay, no matter what, either way, because it's still moving them a step forward, even if they go back. All right, so let's see, any final messages? We have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, get one more. Just a final message here, and the Six of Wands. Okay, well, it's looking pretty good. I do see this as eventually, like what I was saying, you know, eventually there being this motivation to go after their wish fulfillment, to go after what it is that they want, and to have victory, right? Because we had the Six of Wands down here too, clarifying the Ace of Cups, right? The love that they're after, the self-love and the love of this connection. So I do see this relating to this here. So I do see them ultimately moving in the direction of victory. So as I said, even if they do take a step back after this tower that's coming up for them, they're still going to be a level up, one step ahead than they were before. Okay, and I feel like, again, with the Nine of Cups showing up, for those of you that it's addictions, I do see that as, you know, conquering that, having that victory over the addiction and ready for a new beginning and having that motivation to have that new beginning. All right, so let's get the final message from an oracle card. And if this was resonating with you, please give me a like or leave me a comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I appreciate it a lot. All right, so let's see. Final message for Leo that this was resonating for. And by the way, because there is mirroring, you might have something coming up that's going to feel like a little bit of a test as well, okay, for you. So do keep that in mind, okay? This is not necessarily just for your person, all right? We have mirroring here. So our final message here is view from above. Get the big picture. Yes, see it from above, you know? If you have a tower coming in, you know, try to look at it from the outside. Don't get too involved. Don't let it drag you down. You know, you have that power to overcome it. All right, be like that Ace of Swords, you know, you're going to fight your way through that tower. You're going to cut it down, right? You're going to be okay. And because there's mirroring, that might actually also help your person. So don't stay stuck in towers. You can move through them. Try to see everything from a higher perspective. And if your person does, you know, go back to what you would believe to be square one, even though it's not, try to look at that from the outside as well. Get the big picture that they are one step ahead than they were before. A lesson will have been learned and they're on their way. All right, that's what I'm getting here. So thank you guys so much for watching and much love.